What if one of the longest poems in English literature was never meant to be finished? Byron's Don Juan isn't just a retelling of an old legend. It's a bold literary experiment that flips epic storytelling on its head. How can something so chaotic still be so cleverly structured? Hello, lovely learners. Welcome back to LNT. Today, we're analyzing the structure and plot of Don Juan by Lord Byron. In literature, structure refers to how a story is built, its framework. The plot is the sequence of events that happens within that structure. Byron structures Don Juan as a long episodic narrative poem made up of 17 cantos, each one like a mini adventure. The poem is written in Ottava Rima, an 8-line stanza with a regular rhyme scheme AB, 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 CC. This borrowed Italian form keeps a consistent rhythm and allows for Byron's witty, ironic voice to shine through. But don't look for a traditional hero's journey. Byron parodies epic poetry, and that shapes the structure. Instead of a rising arc with a clear climax and resolution, the poem keeps wandering, reflecting the chaotic and often ridiculous nature of real life. This episodic structure gives us a flexible frame to explore Don Juan's wild journey. It begins in Spain, where Juan, only 16, is seduced by a married woman. To avoid scandal, he's sent away. Then comes a shipwreck, and he lands on a Greek island where he falls in love again. He is captured by pirates, sold into slavery, and ends up disguised as a woman in a Turkish harem. Later, he becomes a war hero in Russia, wins the favor of Empress Catherine, and eventually travels to England, where the poem ends unfinished. Each stop in Juan's journey mirrors a different society or moral system, and Byron uses this to satirize politics, romance, religion, and literature itself. The plot isn't about character development or resolution. Instead, Juan is passive, often more observer than actor. This turns the traditional Don Juan story upside down. The original Spanish version told of a bold seducer. Byron's version presents him as a victim of circumstance, influenced more by the women he meets than by any personal desire for conquest. So to sum up, we can say the structure and plot work together to mock heroic ideals, celebrate irony, and make the reader question what stories are really for. Try to answer the following question. Why did Byron choose a flexible episodic structure instead of a traditional structure composed of beginning, middle, and end? Here is a list of useful phrases you can use to answer the question. You're free to screenshot them. Our small channel needs your support, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for joining us. Next time we'll explore characters in Don Juan and how they support Byron's artistic vision. At LNT, where literature meets clarity. Stay lit.